Hey guys, so today is going to be a little bit of a different video than I normally do here on my channel. As you can tell by the title, I'm going to be talking about Bellamy hair extensions. This has been a very highly requested video from you guys. I did briefly talk about them in my last monthly favorites video, and I got a lot of you guys telling me that you wanted to see a more in-depth video elaborating on these extensions. And let me just start off by telling you guys right up front that I am in no way educated on hair. I am educated on makeup and I'm very into fashion, but when it comes to hair, it's just never really been my thing. I mean, it kind of overwhelms me sometimes. I do curl my hair, or I used to straighten my hair a lot, but other than that, it's just like, it needs to be simple. I do the makeup, I do the outfit, and then I just usually throw my hair on top of my head and around the door. So basically, in order for me to like something that has to do with hair, it needs to be completely effortless and very easy and quick. Now, if you guys watch YouTube religiously, then I'm sure you've heard about the Bellamy hair extensions because they've really made their way around YouTube recently. And let me just say that there is a reason why. Because they're amazeballs. I'm gonna be completely and totally honest with you. In the past year or so, I have had quite a few hair extension companies reach out to me and ask if they could send me some extensions, and then if I liked them, I could review them. I have never come on camera mentioning a hair extension brand before. I've never taken a picture of it. I've never talked about hair extensions because in the past, I have never liked any, honest to God. They just kind of look stringy, they don't blend very well, they don't feel real, they feel kind of like natty, they get really naughty really easily, they're uncomfortable, just different reasons. Now, I am making an entire video on these because I love them so much. I never knew that hair extensions could be so easy to use, so comfortable, and so effortless. I absolutely love these. So these are the Bellissima. They are 220 grams and they are the 22 inches. So these are long, which is amazing because my hair is naturally not super short, not crazy long, but it's got some length in there. But my hair is super, super fine. Like naturally, my hair is glued to my head. I mean, I have to put so much root boosting products in my hair to get any volume. So these are amazing for someone like me, especially who has long hair, but thin. You put a few of these in and it just makes your long hair look so thick and full. They are double drawn, which means that they're the same thickness from root all the way to tip. So you're not gonna have that straggly, stringy, like kind of ratty hair. Wow, I'm being so mean. I'm sorry, girls, if you're wearing straggly, stringy, ratty hair. Anyways, they're going to look natural on anybody, whether your hair is long, short, thick, thin. They're going to look natural, especially because of the double drawn factor. They are so shiny and so soft. And now some extensions will have like that plasticky shiny look where it's like really fake. These are 100% human hair. So the shine in these are just so beautiful. Now, since it is real hair, you can use hot tools on them. You can use heat protectant hairspray, hair products. You can wash them the way you treat human hair. I would only wash them when you really feel like you have to because it can dull down the life of the hair and the appearance. I've had mine for over a month and I have not washed them once, so I just don't feel like they need it yet. I've used hot tools and heat products on them and I just don't feel like they need it yet. They're still feeling like the day I got them. I did get mine in the shade Vibrant Red. And when they got here, they were the same color as my hair, but 2 to 3 shades too light. So I took them to my hairdresser and I asked him if he could dye them, and he did. And he literally dyed them 2 to 3 shades darker. And I know I get so many questions about my hair color. It's like the most asked question of all time on my channel. And I try to respond to as many of you as possible, letting you know that I do get it professionally done. And the guy that does it says that there really is no formula to give to anybody because it depends on if you're blonde, brunette, what color blonde. But I will say that if you really want to know my hair color, you could just buy the Vibrant Red ones, take it to a hairdresser and say, I want this hair color 2 to 3 shades darker, and that's exactly where I am. He did say that he had to dye them 2 times because he said there must have been a safety seal or a protectant on these to obviously protect them, so he did have to dye them a couple of times in order for them to pick up color. He said the first time that he dyed them that it basically was no difference, and then it finally ended up picking up. Now, I am using a hanger to keep them in this because at first I was just like, where do I keep these every night? Like, you take them out of your head and then you have all these loose extensions and you're just kind of like, So I was just kind of laying them across my makeup desk. And then one day while I was gone, one must have fallen down and Georgie, my dog, jumped up and got a hold of it. And when I came home, he was literally under the Christmas tree with one of my hair extensions and it was demolished. It was just like this ball of just torn apart fluff. He must have had it for an hour because that dog doesn't do much damage. So because of that, I do, as soon as I take them out of my head, put them in this hanger and then hang them up on something. You could even hang this in your closet and scare people with your clothes if you want. But I hang this up so that they're protected, and it keeps them nice hanging here so they're not getting knotted or rubbing together or anything or on dirty surfaces. So yeah, I just keep them in this. There's also like this garment bag type thing that kind of looks like you would keep clothes in it for suits, and this is for traveling, and I will definitely be using this when I travel so that they're protected and not rubbing on your clothes, because I also thought about that. I mean, when you purchase extensions, you're gonna have them for such a long time. It's important to take safety precautions and keep them nice, because you don't want to go spending that money like, you know, every couple of months. So yes, I'm keeping them on a hanger, and I have a garment bag ready for me to travel to LA. Yes, I'm going to LA next month. I'll see you where I'm at. I really do like this hanger. This hanger also is from Bellamy, by the way. I'll list every single thing I talk about in this video down below in the description bar. Okay, so I am going to show you exactly how I clip these in and style them into my hair. First thing I do is just brush my natural hair so that no knots or tangles are interfering with the extensions. Now the Bellamy hair extensions do come with 10 wefts. Wefts are these individual pieces of hair. So you do get 2 of the 4 clips, 2 of the 3 clips, 2 of the 2 clips, which I only have 1 of them because Georgie ate the other one, and then 4 of the single strands. So what you're gonna do now is section off your hair. And I like to put my first weft in pretty low. I put it down here below the ear area. I'm just feeling it out right now, obviously not looking in any mirror. I like to keep it down really low so that there's barely any natural hair here, because it'll really help blend it in. So I am starting off with a 2. So all you're gonna do is just take these and just clip them right in that area. And you can tease your hair if you want to make it easier. I have very fine, thin hair, and it still holds in there, no problem. Like, I don't really see it necessary to tease, but if for some reason they're slipping out, you can tease the root and then it'll really stay in there, but I've never had an issue with that. Then letting the hair down and sectioning off another piece, I would say about a ½ inch to an inch above it. I pretty much go to the ear area now. So the first weft is right here, and now the second one is gonna be up here. I hope you guys can see this in the camera. You can. And now we're gonna go in with a 3 weft. So it's basically like an upside down pyramid. You go 2, 3, 4. So you wanna put in the 2 at the base of your head, and then the 3, and then as your head gets wider, the 4. So now we have in the 3 right there, and you can see just like this, it already starts to blend and look like your natural hair. So you just want to keep building that pyramid upward. Now I am not going to use every single weft. If I use every single piece of hair in here, I have got like crazy huge hair. So I usually use about 4 wefts. I mean, if you want to put them all in, if you have super thin hair, it's gonna give you like a full head of hair. But I don't use all of them because I think it looks a little too dramatic. So now we're gonna go right above that next one. Again, about a ½ inch to an inch, whatever you think is gonna work for you. And now I'm going to put in a 4. And there are 2 4s. One is shorter than the other. This is the shorter one. And then you can see the difference, how much longer the second one is. They're both 4, but this one is longer. So the longer one you wanna use higher up in this area where your head has the most region and the most hair. So I'm gonna put the smaller 4 one right here. Now this time we're going to go an inch at least above that one. I'm not gonna put it right over top of it. I'm gonna make sure that it's a good inch. And now we're gonna put in the long 4th one. You definitely can, before putting them in your hair, just brush through them, but I brushed through them before I hung them up 2 days ago, so I knew that mine didn't really need a big brushing because they were already brushed. Okay. Whew. Let it all out. So I have 4 wefts in right now, 1 of the 2s, 1 of the 3s, and then 2 of the 4s, so going upward. So you can see how this looks and you can see how long it is. Now the extensions have a slight wave in it from last time I wore them. I had a really loose curl in it and my hair is like pin straight. So obviously you cannot have a wavy extension and pin straight hair. So we are gonna go through and curl it so that it looks much more blended. So now it's basically just that exact same sectioning off process, and then you just curl it as you go. So much hair. Feels so amazing. I tend to brush every piece as I move along just because I really hate like knotty, frizzy curls. So I like to just brush it as I go just to make sure that it's being curled like perfectly brushed. I am using a Bellamy curling wand. I don't know the name of it. All I know is it's really good and it's really, really hot. So be careful. I am using the 32 millimeter barrel on this one, so it gives really, really big, luscious waves. There is a coupon code for you guys. I'll put it in my description bar below this video. It's something crazy, like $150 or like $160 off. So I'll have that down there. So I just take the hair and curl it going backward. Hold it for about 5 seconds and let it go and move on. And if you really, really want to take the time to make sure that your curl is going to last you for literally like a couple days, you can spray each individual curl and give it a quick scrunch and then move on to the next one. It's something that I do when my hair is completely clean. I know I'm not going to have to wash it for a couple of days because my curl will literally be in my hair for 3 days. This piece of hair right here by my face, I always curl this one inward just because I like these inner pieces to frame my face. Everything else goes backward. Okay, so at this point my hair is completely curled, as you can see. But I have not run my fingers through it. All I've done is curl this. You can see up on the top I've got like crazy curls. I let it sit like this for about 5 to 10 minutes before I start running my fingers through it and really messing it up, because if you go in and start like kind of moving it around and fluffing it up while it's still hot, it's just gonna release the curl and go flat. So make sure it's completely cooled down. So this is usually the moment where I go get dressed and then I fluff my hair before I leave the house. And by the way, I was using Not Your Mother's She's a Tease Volumizing Hairspray, but every single product that I use will be in the description bar below. So now I'm gonna take Big Sexy Hair Powder Play. I love these powder volumizers. My favorite one is Bedhead though. It's literally just a powder, like powdered sugar that you put in your hand like this. You rub your hands together and then you just rub it through your scalp, kind of massage, and all it's gonna do is just give you tons of volume. Kind of makes your hair feel like it's dirty, but in a good way. So I just lean to the side and I just start scratching my scalp. And you just want to go through and break up that curl so that they're not glued to each other. And you can just do this right over those extensions. Now I personally don't like it when my extensions go from like big to small at the end. So I like a little bit more thickness and volume down there. So I just take a comb. This is Conair, it's from the drugstore. And I just take this side where it's a little bit more wide and I just lightly go in and move it upward, and not like crazy, otherwise you'll really tangle your extensions, but I just do it slightly. And all this will do is give you a little bit more volume and it'll give your extensions separation so that they don't cling to each other at the bottom. Now you can obviously see a very big difference between this side and this side that has not been separated. And the only difference is that I just did that backward movement with the comb throughout this side of my hair, and it just makes it look so much more thick and voluminous and healthy, where now you can see this side just looks kind of like just too chill. So I'm just gonna do the same thing on this side. Va-voom. So this is the finished look with all the product, all of the curling and everything. So you can now see what it looks like in the back with the finished product, how well it blends and how natural it looks. It doesn't look like ratty or too thin. It blends in so perfectly. And this isn't even all of the hair extensions. I left out 5, 6 pieces. So can you imagine like how much would be happening if I had in all of the 10 wefts? It's like insane. Not to mention they are coming out with the lily hair, which is even thicker than this one. So it's like the possibilities are endless. So yes, obviously I am 100% pro Bellamy. There's a reason that you're seeing them talked about everywhere here on YouTube. They're absolutely amazing. If you're going to spend the money and invest in extensions, trust me and invest in Bellamy. So I really hope that you guys enjoy this video. Hopefully this helps out some of you beginners who are kind of confused in how to wear them and style them exactly like I once was. I love you so much and I will see you in my next video. Bye!